The committee on parole is reconvening at 12:17 at Dixon Correctional Center. Warden Bickham, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing today?
Good. Would you introduce yourself and get your staff to introduce themselves?
Yes, sir. Dusty Bickham, Warden.
Donald Cavalier classification.
Amanda Sagely Records. Destiny Jarrett, Administrative Coordinator.
Alvin King entry.
All right, that's it.
Okay, we can be a show, we'll get a smile when we come to Dixon.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carr, would you please introduce yourself, give your full name and your Department of Corrections ID?
Lloyd Carr, 310202.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. My name is Alvin Roche. To my left is Ms. Pearl Wise, and to my right is Mr. Pete Freeman.
Yes,
Let me explain the process to you. I will read some information into the record. Once that information is a record, we'll elect a parole interview with you. At the appropriate time, we'll allow Warden Bickham to make comments and remarks. And then at the very end, before we vote, we will allow you to make a brief statement on your behalf. Where's your family today, Mr. Carr?
well, they was supposed to be on this morning. They thought I had the hearing at 7:30, the paperwork I sent to them. And we didn't make it at 7:30, so I don't know where they at now. I haven't talked with them.
Okay, good. Well, let's proceed. Mr. Carr, you are currently 61 years old, and you're a fifth felony offender. Your current offense is possession of cocaine, and you were billed as an habitual offender, and you were sentenced on October 30th, 2017. You received a 20-year sentence, and you approximately served 6 years in April of this year on that sentence. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's about 29% of the sentence. This is a rehearing. When did you have your first hearing?
I think it was in 20 and 20, I think, in February.
No, it was 1 year ago, February 18th, 2022. And you were denied based on prior criminal history, a poor supervision history, lack of rehabilitative program, institutional write-ups, history of drugs and alcohol, and law enforcement opposition. So that was about a year ago. So tell me exactly what's different today than it was on February 18th, 2022.
Well, I did my rehabilitation. I got the classes that they offered for rehabilitation, and my desire, I had no more desire for drugs and alcohol, and I successfully completed my class.
Tell me what classes you completed in February 2022.
I completed AANA, 12 steps, living in balance 1 and 2, anger management, and celebrate recovery.
You've taken a whole lot of substance abuse education.
Yes, sir.
Have you had any substance abuse treatment since you've been incarcerated?
Yes, sir.
Which program?
The AANA,
No, substance abuse treatment.
Treatment.
no
class.
treatment. No, sir, I ain't been to treatment. I took the classes and participated in all the classes and
You're,
went through all the steps.
you're 61 years old, Mr. Carr. When did you start using drugs and alcohol?
It was in my when I was in my 30s. When I was in my 30s.
So you had no trouble with drug abuse or alcohol until your mid-30s?
Yes, until I was in my 30s. I used drugs and alcohol.
So you didn't smoke marijuana as a teenager?
No, sir. No, sir. I didn't do marijuana.
So tell me exactly why or what prompted you to start using drugs and using alcohol?
Well, hanging out with the wrong people, and going different parties with crowd. That's what got me off into it. And I kind of hate it, but my addiction now, since I been incarcerated, I haven't used or got any prior positive drug stream.
Okay, now I see your first conviction was in 1992. Is that correct?
My first conviction?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And what was that for?
It was I think it was a aggravated battery charge.
In 1992.
Yes, sir.
So your master record shows 1992, but your first arrest was in Dallas, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
In 1980.
In 1980. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And you were carrying an illegal weapon. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Then you were arrested 3 months later in Dallas, Texas for the same thing. Is that correct?
No, sir. I only had one arrest in Dallas. That was for the weapons one time.
Okay, so
And I remember.
so that was a disposition of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then 1981, aggravated assault.
Yes, sir.
1982, fleeing from policemen. 1984,
Yes, sir.
disturbing the peace.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get at, do you remember the number of times you've been arrested?
No, sir. I really don't.
Would you say it was over 50?
It was how many?
Over 50.
Yes, sir.
Probably over 60. How does someone get arrested 6 times?
I really don't remember all of it.
Aggravated battery, resisting an officer, simple battery, aggravated battery with a weapon, contraband, unauthorized entry. Simple burglary, simple battery. It goes on and on. How many times do you think you've been on supervision?
I only been on supervision. I know of one time.
Well, you were on supervision and you got revoked in 1996. You were on supervision, got revoked in 1998. You were on supervision in 2001, were terminated unsatisfactorily because you never reported intake. So that's at least 3 times.
For the same charge?
No, different
No.
charges. Different charges. You were revoked in 1996. You were revoked in 1998. And you were terminated unsatisfactory in 2001 because you never reported after you was released. And they terminated you unsatisfactory because they couldn't find you.
Yes, sir. I can think back that far.
Well, I'm at an advantage because I have the record.
Yes, sir.
Last time you were on supervision, the case expired without any problems in 2007. So you've had 1 successful supervision period in 2007. So my count is that you've been in supervision 4 or 5 times. And you've had 3 or 4 negative results. So why should I vote to release you again on supervision?
Why should you release me on supervision? Well, with my age I am now, I was younger then and was under the influence of alcohol and drugs, and I wasn't at myself. And now I'm at myself, and I have no desire for drugs and alcohol ever again in my life. And I think I know I can do better with the rehabilitation that I done been through this time. I know I do better.
Mr. Carr,
Yes, sir.
the first conviction was in 1992. I put on supervision in 1994, and 1 year later, you absconded supervision. You absconded supervision for 4 months before they reincarcerated you. You were released in 1998. In February and July of the same year, you absconded again. When you came back, they put you into a treatment program in the City of Faith in Monroe, Louisiana. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
And then you got back in jail and you got a revocation. In 1999, you put on supervision again. It expired in 1999, and you had a new conviction in 2001. It's sort of a repetitive motion on your part that you incarcerated, you get released, you get revoked, you abscond, and you get new conviction. That's a concern for me. So how do I know that you're not going to reoffend again?
Well, I promise you I won't reoffend again. And this time I went through, I did time this time. And the last time I didn't do any time, but I did, I've been in since 17, and I have no desire to commit any crimes or reoffend again.
Now, you've only been incarcerated 6 years or a 20-year sentence. That's
Yes.
only 29% of your sentence. That
Sir.
the judge, that's only 29% of your sentence that the judge gave you, right?
Yes, sir.
So what happened in those 6 years And let's see where you've been. So you've only arrived at Dixon about 4 months ago.
Yes, sir.
And you were at David Wade for 4 years. So tell me about the programs that you took at David Wade before you got to Dixon.
I took AA, NA, Celebrate Recovery,
All those
12
programs.
step.
You took all your programs at David Wade.
Yes, sir. And I've been participating in AA and NA since I've been here.
Okay. Now, have you asked, have you written to the prison official at Dixon so that it can put you in an additional programming?
Yes, sir. I signed up for classes here.
Which ones?
I signed up for BOTEC,
Which area?
auto mechanics.
Okay. Okay. That's something that you like to do it when you get out?
Yes, sir. That's what I've been doing all my life.
My interview is almost over, but I'm going to read the information that's in your jacket.
Yes.
So you realize how terrible your past criminal history is. You're a fifth felony offender with over 75 arrests.
Yes.
A history of violence, a history of weapons charges and convictions, a history of offenses against police officers. The judge is opposed, the DA's office is opposed, law enforcement is opposed. Am I right that you have no GED?
Yes, sir. I have a GED. I have a high school diploma
And when did you get your high school diploma?
at Northwood High School.
Okay, great. Now, you're 61 years old, Mr. Carr.
Yes, sir.
Are you tired of being incarcerated?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you think that you have enough ammunition in your toolbox to stay sober, follow the rules, and become a productive member of society?
Yes, sir, I do. I have no desire to go back to where I have came from.
And you don't think you need any additional help?
No, sir. I would like to get me a sponsor and attend AA and NA meetings on the outside. I'd like to get me a sponsor and attend meetings about weekly.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for remarks from Ward Beckham, and then I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna offer you. Okay, Ward Beckham?
That's it. Good, let me say it right. Good afternoon, Mr. O'Shea, how y'all doing today? Had to check my clock to see where we were. As you noted, he hasn't been at DCI but since November of 22, so I hadn't really gotten to know him so well, but if you look at his write-up history, he hasn't had any since his last parole hearing. I think 21 was his last write-up, and really don't know much about him, but since he's been here, he stayed out of trouble. And he says he's a mechanic is what he told me during the interview. So if he maybe can utilize those skills on the streets, what he's hoping to do. But that's it.
Warden, there's some indication he has a limited duty medical.
I do not have his, do I have a duty status? Let's see.
Are you on limited duty, young man?
Yes, ma'am.
He's on,
Oh, what's going on?
let's see.
Oh, yeah.
He's on limited duty.
I had problems that while I was having seizures
That's right.
Okay,
from an incident I
okay,
had.
okay.
Now. Mr. Carr, I'm only one person,
Yes,
but
sir.
I'm of the opinion because of your age. And because that right up in 2021 was held against you at the last hearing, I'm not gonna hold it against you this hearing. But 2021 is too close for me, but since that was a reason why we denied you last time, I'm going to disregard that right up in 2021. I'm going to recommend that we grant you conditionally upon completing the 9-month Steve Hall and Jensen substance abuse program in both. You have a very extensive criminal background.
Yes, sir.
You have drugs and alcohol. And I want to give you all the ammunition in my arsenal before I release you. Because when we release you this time, I want it to be the last.
Yes, sir.
I'm almost sure at 61 years old, you're a grandfather
Yes, sir.
and you want to spend some time with those grandchildren.
Yes, sir.
So once I give you all the ammunition that I have to offer, it's left up to you.
Yes,
Whether or not you want to spend some time with your grandchildren or you want to spend some time as an old man in one of Louisiana's finest facilities.
I
And
would
that
love
choice,
some time
and
with
that
my
choice-
grandkids.
and that choice is live up to you.
Yes.
Any questions, Mr. White?
I think you answered all of them. He asked you what year did you graduate high school class or what? Because they couldn't find it in the records.
Well, I graduated in '79.
Class of 79, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. And so if you, when you get through with treatment, how do you plan on supporting yourself?
My family was gonna give me a place to stay, and I got a place to, my cousin got a shop, and I always worked with him, and he was gonna give me a job at Ray Auto and Body Shop.
You plan on applying for disability or anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's all I had, Chairman. Thank you.
I agree with the Steve Hall 100%. But I would also like to add that you follow that up with work release to build you a little money in your pocket. That
And I want the day to finish all this.
okay,
That's in short term. Short term, Steve.
okay,
It's only.
I'm good with Steve.
Since there's no speakers, Mr. Carr, would you like to make a brief statement before we vote?
Yes, I thank you guys, and I'm gonna do my best to do my best, and I guarantee you, I'm gonna do as a 61-year-old man supposed to do. Take care of my family and enjoy my grandkids. Life is real short, and we don't have many days left when you get 61 to enjoy life. So I thank you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. Is the panel ready to vote?
Yes.
Your case was assigned to me, Mr. Carr, so I'm going to vote first. My vote is to grant conditionally upon completion of the 9-month Steve Hall Intensive Substance Abuse Program. After completion of that program, I want you to file all recommendations of that program. I want you to attend at least 3 NAAA meetings a week. I want you to have a random drug screen. And
Yes.
I want you to community service with disadvantaged youth
Yes,
4 hours a month.
yes,
Get with your pastor, get with your parole officer, and find some group of individuals in the community that needs assistance and point them in the right direction and tell them about incarceration, and maybe they will go in a different direction.
yes, sir. I will do.
I also want to have a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. That is my decision. Mr. Freeman,
I concur with your decision and vote the same.
Ms. Wise,
All right, Mr. Carr, have you had victim awareness?
Yes, ma'am. I took victim awareness.
Good, good, good. All right, then, I concur, my vote is to grant, because of the need for substance abuse treatment. You said you wanted to help in the community, you're gonna
Yes,
get some information that you can use to help others as well as yourself. So
Yes,
best
ma'am.
wishes to you. My vote is the same for the same reason.
Thank you.
Mr. Carr,
Yes, sir.
You have received 3 votes to grant your request for early release under the following conditions. That before release, you must complete the 9-month Steve Hall Intensive Substance Abuse Program. After release, you must follow all follow-up recommendations. NAAA 3 times a week.
Yes,
Random drug screen and community service with disadvantaged youth. 4 hours monthly. You have a good day.
thank you.
All right, Lauren.
Thank you, Warren.
All right.